Today's reading is from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 9, verses 46 to 50. An argument started between the disciples about which of them was the greatest. Jesus knew what their thoughts were, and he took a little child and sat him by his side and said to them, "Anyone who welcomes this little child in my name welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. For the least among you, that is the one who is great." John spoke up. "Master," he said, "we saw a man casting out devils in your name, and because he is not with us, we tried to stop him." But Jesus said to him, "You must not stop him. Anyone who is not against you is for you." The Gospel of the Lord. In organizations, we constantly find friction, as was illustrated in the passage of the Gospel that we read earlier. There was friction between the apostles as to which of them was the greatest. Whether the topic is about which of them is the greatest or anything else, when there is friction, we find us in a position that we're angry and we feel unappreciated. We feel misunderstood. And this is because of someone else. This is a problem that I have myself, a challenge that I find very difficult to overcome. I constantly find people whom I think don't have the same integrity level, don't have the same work ethics, don't have the same sense of fairness. And the language sometimes really pushes my buttons. Now, I believe there are two things we need to understand here, and something that I need to understand and I need to encompass into my thinking. The number one thing is that friction is a given. It will be in any organization. Number two is that anybody who causes friction is an external factor. How we feel is an internal. We can only control what we feel. Now the challenge is that most of the time we think the external factor is the internal factor. And it's a real challenge for us to control the reaction, the response that we have when somebody wrongs us, somebody says something, and sometimes my response is instantaneous. If I have time to think, then maybe I can calm down. But if I have no time to think, the words that come out in anger are sometimes the best speeches that we will ever regret. And that was a quote I heard. And the only way to control the automatic response, I think, is to go into a time of meditation every morning and to realign our thoughts and where we stand, so that when we go out, I found that helpful when I used to do that. Now I stopped doing that, but I've found it very helpful when I meditate for about 5 minutes and focus on what my mind is thinking and then realign my mind. And I found that during those days when I meditated, I was better able to control my automatic response, my anger. So I would encourage you that to do these things. One is to understand that it doesn't matter which situation you are, there will be different people, different thoughts, and different ways of thinking, and they will appear to push your buttons. But it's up to us, up to me, up to you to not let whatever they say affect you. And the only way, in my opinion, the only way that has helped me is to go into a time of meditation, just 5 minutes every day, to realign your thoughts and get it right, and to know what is how we want to think, and get our compass in the right direction. That is my thought for today. I wish you a good day, one that you are able to control your responses. Good day.